Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to the series finale against the White Sox and the Royals. They lost a tough one last night. Now they'll have to pull out a win from this series and they get a day off tomorrow. Mike Montgomery will make the start today. He has a 1-1 record. This is his fourth start of the season, a 3.38 ERA. And as you can see, it is Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone will be wearing 42. Both teams back to their normal lineup, so here's Leori Garcia, who got the day off yesterday, and the White Sox didn't really miss him. They hit just fine without him. First pitch of the game, in there for strike one. So the Royals are still second in the AL Central, an 11-6 record now. They've already lost this series. A win today would get them back on track. They've lost the last two games. And it's also nice to go into a day off with a victory. Curveball misses inside for ball one. Probably a little bit of fatigue to go along with the tough loss yesterday. Aside from Starling and Phillips, the Royals have not gotten a day off. Matheny hasn't rested any of his players. And for guys like Salvador Perez and Alex Gordon, that can be tough. 1-2 pitch. Called strike three, and Garcia is down. Leadoff man gone for the White Sox, and the Royals have had a strong start to both games this series. But the White Sox will usually have a burst of an inning that the Royals can't respond to. Last night it was several innings. And when it comes to guys having day offs, Perez is really one of the most important guys that hasn't yet. Guys like Whit Merrifield and Adalberto Mondesi pretty much expect to play every day. But Alex Gordon usually gets some time off. This is grounded to Ryan O'Hearn. Hesitates again, but this time gets it off to Montgomery in time. And you see how the White Sox line up? All hands on deck for this series finale here in Kansas City. Most of the guys that did a lot of damage last night are back on the bench today. So 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Tim Anderson. Chop foul for strike one. Anderson coming into this game with a .307 batting average, and pretty much all the White Sox really helped their stats last night. 0-1 pitch to Anderson. Misses for ball one. Montgomery looking for a 1-2-3, top of the first here. And the Royals pitchers really haven't had a problem getting through their White Sox lineup the first time.
No, that's down.
Ball two to Anderson. It's the second time through that things have really started to go awry for them. Just in this series, they did very well against the Toronto Blue Jays. 2-1 pitch. In there for strike two. And thanks to our friends up in Toronto, with the 2 losses against the White Sox, we haven't lost any ground on the Twins, as the Blue Jays have gotten out of their funk to take the first 2 games against them. Two pitch. In the dirt. Perez blocked it. Now the count is full to Tim Anderson. We saw a lot of full counts end in disaster for the Royals last night. That was the first one Montgomery has faced. But with 2 outs and nobody on, shouldn't be too hard to get around it if he does. The payoff pitch is hit deep in the left, and it will drop in front of the wall. He'll hit the railing there. Anderson will cruise into second base, and he has a 2-out double. So Montgomery gets himself into count trouble. And as we've seen so many times in response to it, he'll throw a really good pitch to hit. And they hit it well. Anderson now has 10 doubles on the season. Man in scoring position now for the White Sox. First pitch to Eloy Jimenez.
Nope, that's a
This
ball.
is low for ball one. And now Montgomery goes from having an easy 1-2-3 inning to having a very stressful inning with 2 outs and a man on second. It's amazing how just one pitch can change the complexion of an inning or even a game.
Nope, outside.
Sinker misses outside for ball 2. And so close to getting out of this inning, you don't want to unravel because of one bad pitch. 2-0 now to Jimenez. In there for strike 1. Gets one over the plate to Jimenez. Probably hoping to get one on the ground. Strand Anderson there at second. 2-1 pitch. Grounded to Merrifield. And the throw to first is in time. So Anderson allows a 2-out double, but doesn't allow him to score. Montgomery, will go to the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Carlos Rodon will make his 4th start of the season. He's 0 for 1, an ERA of 1.96. And he will face the same Royals lineup that Dallas Keuchel faced yesterday. Whit Merrifield will lead things off, a 14-game hitting streak and a .360 average coming into this game. Change-up misses for ball 1. So Merrifield starts out ahead. The White Sox really looking to get something going against the Royals. They're 4th in the AL Central with a 5-12 record. They've won their last 2 games. 1-0 pitch to Merrifield. This is high for ball 2. Merrifield ahead in the count. 2-0 pitch. Flown out to shallow right. And Mazzara came in to get it. There's out number 1. Leadoff man gone for the Royals here in the first inning.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 42.
That'll bring up Alberto Mondesi. His average has jumped up to .221. He was having trouble getting over the Mendoza line coming into the series. He got 3 infield hits last night. Swings and misses with that inside slider, and he's down 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch to him now. In the dirt for ball 1. Mondesi will start the game today, batting right-handed against the lefty Rodon. 1-1 pitch. He hits it to Mendick at second. It was way inside. Mendick bobbles it. And he's safe. You can't make mistakes like that in the infield with Mondesi running, and Mendick makes an error. That'll be his 4th of the year. A tailor-made out. It only took a second for Mondesi to beat that throw out, and Alex Gordon will come to the plate with 1 out and a man on first. So it won't help Mondesi's average, but it could help his team. Gordon, a .288 average coming into this game. He has 14 RBIs. And he's hit pretty well against righties and lefties as Rodon tries to pick off Mondesi. He's safe. And we'll see if he tries to go. He is going. It's a slide step, and Gordon manages to foul it off. Not sure if that was a hit and run or just Gordon seeing the slide step and trying to protect the runner. Another pickoff attempt. And again, Mondesi is safe. Oh, 1 pitch to Gordon, another slide step, and it's a pitch out. Mondesi not going, good call. The count is 1-1. Another pickoff. Rodon clearly thinking way more about Mondesi than he is Gordon right now. One pitch. Gordon takes this to left. Jimenez going back to get it. And he's there for out number 2. Mondesi will retreat back to first. That'll bring up Jorge Soler. At his last at bat last night, ended up being a 2 RBI double. So right now he has 15 RBIs. His average is at 295. First pitch to Soler. Fastball at the bottom part of the zone for strike 1. So starting ahead of the Royals cleanup man. Let's see if he can clean up the bases right now. 1 guy left on with 2 outs here in the first. Now the Royals may need every run they can get if the White Sox offensive resurgence continues from last night. Fastball in there for strike 2. So Soler way down in the count. 1 strike away from ending this inning. 0-2 pitch to him. Way inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jorge Soler. A double would be able to bring in Mondesi with his speed. Swings and misses, and he's out. 1 guy gets on for the Royals, but they can't move him. We'll go to the second inning, 0-0. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off to the White Sox, the first baseman,
Jose Abreu will lead off the second inning for the White Sox. 239 average. He's only hit 1 home run so far this year. Here's the first pitch by Montgomery in the second. Taken out to right center. Here comes Starling. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. A quick first out for Mike Montgomery here in the second.
batting 5th, the designated hitter.
The Royals, 42 lined up everywhere. Starling playing center against the lefty Rodon. So pretty basic field for the Royals today. Royals defense brought to you by the parking spot. Easy to spot, easy to park. The parking spot at KCI. That'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion with 1 out and nobody on. Changeup misses low for ball 1. And hopefully Mike Montgomery can pitch deep into this game. A lot of pitchers were used last night. Just trying to get through it. 1-0 pitch to Encarnacion now. And if they can just get through today, everyone gets a day off tomorrow. 1-1 pitch to Encarnacion. Misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Montgomery missed the 1-2-3 inning in the first. He's getting into a part of the White Sox lineup that did a lot of damage. Shaker misses from ball 3. Yasmani Grandal is on deck. He did not bat yesterday. Zach Wheeler got his first hit, and it was a RBI double. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Misses for ball 4, and he puts another guy on here. A lot of walks for the Royals in this last week of play.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Yasmani.
And one of the Royals' biggest problems last night was their inability to locate pitches. So now a man on first and 1 out. Here's Yasmani Grandal, a 204 average. Fouled off to the right side. Montgomery shouldn't have to worry about Encarnacion stealing over there at first. Oh, 1 pitch. Sinker misses for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Grandal. Perez wanting this low. It went low, and the changeup fooled Grandal. The count is now 1-2. And in a situation like this, you look for a lot of low pitches. It'd be nice to have a double play to end the inning quickly. 1-2. This is outside for ball 2. That evens the count. Could be a long inning for Montgomery. The 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. Still looking for either a strikeout or a double play here. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to Mondesi. This could end it quickly. Throw to second out. Throw to first out. So Montgomery does manage to shorten the second inning for himself. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Hunter Dozier will lead off the bottom of the second. He's been in a bit of a slump lately. His average down to 224. He's facing another lefty today, Carlos Rodon. He usually has better numbers against lefties. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike one. Grandal wanting this next one high. 0-1 pitch. Dozier takes it to shallow center field. Garcia will come in to make the catch. Quickly a first out here in the bottom of the second. And you see how the White Sox are lined up, and this is pretty familiar for us. This is what we saw in the first series of the season. So Rick Renteria back to his base lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Here's Perez, one out, nobody on. His average sitting at 219. Takes it the other way and fouls it off for strike one. And Rodon, so far, hasn't had much trouble getting through the Royals lineup. Mondesi got on base in the first because of a Danny Mendick error. 0-1 pitch to Perez. Misses for ball one. Count is even to Perez. Grandal wanting this inside. A 1-1 pitch. Taking the other way to right. This time it's in fair territory, and Mazzaro will make the catch for out number two. Two quick outs in the inning. Rodon looking for a 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Maikel Franco. And if he wants someone he can end the inning quickly with, this is the guy right here, another cold Royals hitter. Franco's average down to 217. Batting seventh in the lineup, above Ryan O'Hearn, who's also struggling.
That's a ball.
First pitch misses low for ball one. And Franco's been streaky in his short time in Kansas City so far. He's had a lot of strings of good games, and then he'll get cold again, somewhat reminiscent of Billy Butler. 2 balls, no strikes to Franco. In there for strike one. So he's not jumping on anything so far in this at-bat, but now we've seen a strike. The 2-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball three. Franco could end up on first by way of a walk if he's patient and if Rodon continues to struggle with his command in this at-bat. Or Hearn on deck if he can get on. The 3-1 pitch. Would have been ball four, but he swung and missed at it, and that runs the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Grounded to Mendick at second. And there's out number three, so it is an easy 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Rodon in the second. We'll go to the third. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Nomar Mazzaro, the 8-hole hitter for the White Sox, will lead off the third. Like Grandal, he did not bat yesterday. First pitch by Montgomery in the inning. Misses for ball one.
Count 1-0.
And you see the Royals are shifting Mazzaro, so apparently they're still believing in that. They've been burned a lot by shifting this year so far. 1-0 pitch. In there, strike one. One pitch to Mazzaro now. Grounded to O'Hearn at first. He'll throw it to Montgomery. And the leadoff man is gone for the White Sox here. Montgomery did a good job last inning. You see how the AL Central lines up right now. The Royals 2 games back. A win tonight would keep them in the hunt. And they have a big cushion over Cleveland at third. In the last inning, Montgomery got the leadoff man out and then walked Encarnacion on. And with his command starting to go, it looked like that was going to be a long inning, but he bared down and got the double play to end it. Here's Danny Mendick. And even after his breakout game last night, his average still is well below the Mendoza line at 161. Well, 1 pitch to him. Takes this to left and is fouled off. He's down in the count 0-2. Reds winning this one high and in. The 0-2 pitch. Mendick pops it straight up. Here's under Dozier. Out number 2. Montgomery looking for his first 1-2-3 inning now.
Now batter, the center fielder.
But it'll be a tough out. He will now start his second time through the order. Leori Garcia will come to the plate. He struck out his first time up. First pitch to him. Lined into right center field for a base hit. And again, Montgomery can't get the 1-2-3 inning. A 2-out single here will keep the White Sox alive. Garcia, always a tough out. They have still been trying to get back into the rhythm. His first time up when he struck out, now he's in it. And he will continue to be a headache for the Royals, probably for the rest of the game. Man on first, 2 outs, and you got to think he'll be going. First pitch to Moncada is fouled off to the right side for strike 1. Moncada grounded out his first time up. And now he's down to the count to Mike Montgomery with that foul ball. A good piece of hitting, but a little bit too far to the right side for Moncada. 0-1 pitch now.
Nope. Ball 1.
Changeup misses low for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It's now the count even. 1-1 pitch. Garcia still not going. In there for strike 2. Would have been a good pitch to run on had he done it. A breaking ball. It got into the strike zone and Moncada watched it. So 1-2 now. Sinker missed low for ball 2. So the count even again now at 2. Montgomery 1 strike away from hanging another goose egg on the White Sox score. 2-2 pitch. Lined into left field. It'll drop in front of Gordon, and there's another base hit. And now this is already starting to get the look that things can go really wrong here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Montgomery is now giving up 2 hits to the top of the lineup, and the Royals have not been able to get through the lineup more than once in this series. Here's Tim Anderson. He's 1 for 1 today. Strike 1 to him. So the White Sox trying to start a rally here. Montgomery laboring. And this one is grounded to Merrifield, and he'll stop the White Sox in their track here in the 3rd. And the Royals are still in this game. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll see if they can capitalize. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Ryan O'Hearn, the 8-hitter for the Royals, will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Montgomery escaping the top of the inning by the skin of his teeth. So now we'll see if the Royals can do anything in response. The bottom of the lineup will bat first. O'Hearn at the 8th hole, Starling in the 9th hole, and then Whit Merrifield. Grounded to Abreu at first, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Not a good way to start this inning. Bubba Starling will come to the plate now. The righty facing the lefty. He'll be followed by Whit Merrifield. He's on a 4-game hitting streak. Rondal winning the first pitch inside.
Ball 1.
Ball 1. 1-0 pitch to Starling.
Nope,
It's just for ball 2.
ball 2.
Rodon really yet to show any signs that he's laboring or having a little bit of trouble locating. Even when he gets to 3 balls, like he has a couple of times, and he is now, he's been able to come back and get the out. Starling ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. You can bet the next pitch is going to be in the strike zone. We'll see how Starling decides to handle it. Wow, missed up high. 4 straight balls by Rodon puts the 9-hitter on for the Royals. So, they've been given an opportunity. Let's see what they do with it. Meanwhile, in Toronto, the Blue Jays leading 3-0. Here's Whit Merrifield. He flew out his first time up. The Royals looking for their first hit of the game. Things getting loud here in Kansas City as they know their guy is at the plate. Maybe a chance to do some damage. First pitch to Merrifield. Hits it into right. Mazzara ranging to his right. He dives and makes a sensational catch for out number 2. That's a tough break for Whit Merrifield, as Mazzara caught it inches before hitting the ground. That'll bring up Adalberto Mondesi, 2 outs and a man on first. There's nothing you can do about good defense. Mondesi 0 for 1 today. He was able to get on base with the Danny Mendiger at second. First pitch to Mondesi. Misses for ball 1. One-0 pitch to him. Trying to ground it up the right side. It's well foul. Bounces off the railing at the Royals dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike now to him. Swings and misses for strike 2. So now Rodon looking to throw strike 3 and end this inning. He'll try to pick off Starling at first. Starling not a big steal threat. He has some speed, but it's unlikely at this stage he will try to go. One-two pitch. Misses for ball 2. Rodon's pitch count is about where you want it at this stage in the game. The Royals not really making him work. Misses, and Starling's running to second because Grandal can't glove it. That'll run the count full. So now, Rodon's getting himself into some trouble here with that wild pitch. And the man on second is a guy who walked on 4 pitches. With the mistakes, he still hasn't given up a run. Hasn't even given up a hit. This next pitch will be 36 for him. Payoff to Mondesi. Takes it the other way and fouls it off. So Mondesi's trying to stay alive out there, doing a good job at that in this at-bat. And now a base hit could give the Royals a lead. Another 3-2. And it's called a strike at his shins. Mondesi understandably frustrated. We'll go to the 4th now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for the White Sox, the left fielder,
Eloy Jimenez, the cleanup hitter, will lead off the 4th inning. Hopefully this will be a lot smoother than the 3rd for Mike Montgomery, where he allowed 2 hits with 2 outs, and then had to find a way to get Tim Anderson out. Rick Renteria not happy with that strike call. If he wants to take a second look, he can always look at the pitch Mondesi was called out at the bottom of the 3rd, because it was about in the same location. Now no balls and 2 strikes to Eloy Jimenez. Chop foul. So now Jimenez down the count, just trying to stay alive. Another 0-2 in the dirt. Perez traps it for ball 1. One and 2 pitch. Called strike 3. Jimenez down looking. Montgomery has 2 strikeouts. He's got the leadoff man gone again.
the first baseman, Jose.
Jimenez not happy with the call. Not sure where he thinks that might have missed. Would have been a good pitch to hit. And now he's back in the dugout. Sinker in there for strike one. Aside from that pitch in the dirt, Montgomery has been locating his pitches well early in this inning. Grounded, Mondesi charging in. Picks it up, the throw to first is in time. And Abreu is gone. So Montgomery's pitch count, regardless of that last tough inning, isn't too high. 3 2/3 inning, throwing 48 pitches is pretty good. Here's Encarnacion, who walked his last time up. First pitch to him is chopped. Here comes Mondesi. And he'll make the play. And Montgomery has a 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Here's Alex Corton, 0-for-1 today, leading off the bottom of the fourth. Royals still looking for their first hit.
Oh, that's good.
Pitch misses low for ball one. So Gordon starting off ahead in the count. Need to put some pitches on Rodon's arm. In there for strike one. He's tough to hit, but if you can wear him down, you might be able to get something on him before Renteria goes to the bullpen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Rounds that one off of Grandal. Foul for strike two. Would have been ball two had he watched it. The 1-2 pitch. Slider misses for ball two, and the count is even. So Gordon not going down so easily. He's managed to even the count. Grandal winning this next one low. And he'll take this one into left center. It'll hang long enough for Jimenez to get to it. There's out number one. Well, he saw a pitch he liked. He couldn't get a good enough piece of it to get a hit out of it. And that'll bring up Jorge Soler. Gordon somewhat did his job. He didn't make a quick out on Rodon. Here's Soler, struck out his first time up. First pitch to him. Swings and misses at a low changeup. Might have been called a strike had he not swung at it, regardless of the fact that it was at his shins, and count is 0-1.
Ball one.
That pitch way low for ball one. Good eye by Jorge Soler. Grandal setting up inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses way inside. Soler in the legs for ball two. Two-one pitch now. And Soler hits it into right field for a base hit. And that's the first one of the game for the Royals. Good piece of hitting, a power hitter, really doing some precision hitting. Taking it the other way into right center. Hitting it past the shift. It was a right-handed shift against him, making it even easier for him. Now here's Hunter Dozier. Slider misses outside for ball one. And Jorge Soler has shown, both this year and last, he has the ability to hit it the other way. And still teams continue to do that right-handed shift against him. He's done a good job getting around it. 1 ball, no strikes to Hunter Dozier. Chop foul for strike one. And Dozier needs to stay out of the double play. Royals haven't made it easy on Rodon for the first two at-bats. Gordon and Soler seeing a lot of pitches, and Soler ends it up on first. Dozier takes this one the other way to right. It'll drop in front of Mazara. There's 2 men on with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. As the Royals offense starting up here. Let's see how far they can go with it. Soler and Dozier both taking it the other way to get their base hits, and here's Salvador Perez. 0 for 1 today. First pitch to him.
Nope.
Misses low for ball 1, and you would expect Rodon would throw a lot of pitches. If you want anyone to hit into a double play, it's Salvador Perez. You have a lot of time to make the play at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Perez. He tries to take it the other way, but he fouls it off for strike 1. He's been abysmal with runners in scoring position so far this year, an .077 average. The 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Right down the middle for him. Would have been a good pitch to fly out to left field. As well as he does, he hasn't hit many home runs, as much as they would expect. That fastball misses inside for ball 2. So now Rodon actually throwing some stressful pitches here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Salvador Perez. Misses low for ball 3, and that runs the count full. Michael Franco on deck, and Perez gets on. Payoff pitch. Fouled off of Grandal. Still 3-2. Might have been ball 4. And he held the bat up. Another 3-2 to Perez. Takes this one out to left field. Jimenez going back. Does it have the distance? It does not. It'll die out there right in front of the track. Jimenez makes the catch for out number 2. Soler doesn't have great speed. He didn't want to test it. He's still on second. That'll bring up Michael Franco, also 0 for 1 today. Perez hit the ball well, but he didn't hit it hard enough. So far, Franco is 0 for 9 in this series. The White Sox have had his number. Grounds it to the right side for strike 1. And that hit wouldn't be big only for him. It would be really huge for the Royals at this point. Montgomery pitching very well to keep them in it. Swings and misses at that. So both get hits with 1 out. And now there's 2 outs, and Franco, their last hope to do anything with it, and he'll take this one into left field, and it will drop in front of Jimenez. Soler not with much speed, being waved home, and the throw is cut off, and he will score, and the Royals have the lead. So there we go. The Royals are on the board. Franco gets out of his funk, pulling that ball to left field. Jimenez can't get to it, and Vance Wilson making the call to send Soler around third pays off. The Royals have started every game of this series with the lead. Hopefully they can maintain it this time. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch in there for strike 1. Still a runner in scoring position if they can muster another hit. Meanwhile, Rodon has thrown 23 pitches in the inning. So the Royals also doing a great job at that. 0-1 pitch to O'Hearn. Takes it the other way and fouls it off for strike 2. O'Hearn went hitless yesterday. Oh, 2 pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out, so the inning is over. But the Royals made Rodon throw a lot of pitches, and they got a run. We'll see if Montgomery can maintain the slim lead. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. So we'll go to the 5th inning now. The Royals maintain a 1-run lead over the White Sox. Montgomery will be back out there, pitching a fairly good game so far. A few hiccups here and there, but the Royals need him to pitch a good game to rest the bullpen and maybe even get a win here to take something out of this series other than a sweep. A good job by Michael Franco, who I said was over 9 during his at-bat. He ends up getting his first hit of the series, and it could be a big one. Yasmani Grandal will lead off the top of the 5th inning. It'll be important for Montgomery to keep the White Sox from scoring in this inning. He'll face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. So the last thing you want to do is let one of these next 3 guys on and bring up the top of the lineup. And that's exactly what he does on the first pitch. Another gap shot, as if we haven't seen enough of that. Grandal will be at second base as Gordon throws it in. So already Mike Montgomery throws 1 pitch in the 5th. And the Royals are in big trouble now.
Right fielder, Nomar.
Unless something strange happens at second, Montgomery will have to face Leori Garcia. Now, this is the last thing you want to do when you've just taken the lead in a game you really need to win. Here's Nomar Mazara, 0-for-1 today. Misses outside for ball 1. And whenever the White Sox hit, it's extra bases. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul. So maybe the Royals need to start going to a no doubles defense at this point. 1-1 pitch. Chop foul, and the count is 1-2. One-two pitch to Mazara. Line right to Whit Merrifield for out number 1. It was hit hard, but luckily for Montgomery, it went right to Whit Merrifield. So he does have 1 out in the inning, and Grandal's still at second base. And now here's Danny Mendick, who's 0-for-1. Lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Starling will pick it up. Grandal stopping at third. Now there's 2 men on with 1 out here in the 5th. And it'll be back to the top of the lineup for the White Sox. Danny Mendick, one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now, when it all happened in this series. He gets another base hit here. Luckily, it was hit right to Starling, who was coming in, and Grandal doesn't have much speed. He couldn't score. But Montgomery far from out of trouble. Only 1 out. Now he has to face Leori Garcia. First pitch to him. Misses low for ball 1. Garcia hitting 0.77 with runners in scoring position this year. That's about Montgomery's only saving grace right now. A 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2, and last thing you want to do is put him on for free and load the bases. Which is a tough spot Montgomery's in right now, with men on the corners and 1 out facing the top of the lineup. He's facing a guy you don't want to pitch to, but he's in a situation where he has to. 2-0 pitch. Lined up the middle, and the White Sox have tied the game. Montgomery now struggling to get outs in the 5th inning. That'll bring out Cal Eldred. Another Royals pitcher can't get outs. At just the wrong time, once again, the Royals take a lead, and it's quickly gone. Jesse Hahn starts to work in the Royals bullpen. Montgomery about to give up the game, maybe. If he has a bad inning like Jacob Junis did yesterday. The White Sox can turn it on and not stop at any moment. We've seen that from them now. Montgomery still has to get 2 outs in the inning. Moncada's 1 for 2 today. Lined into right center. Starling heading over to get it, and there's out number 2. Tagging and getting to third is Leori Garcia. Danny Mendick, excuse me, and 2 outs in the inning. And still, even with 2 outs, Montgomery has another challenge, as this has been a long and stressful inning for him. It would be a miracle to get through it, only giving up 1 run after all this, and it would be huge for the Royals. This is likely Montgomery's last inning as Hahn goes to work out there. Anderson 1 for 2 today. Lined into right, and it'll drop for a hit, and the White Sox have the lead. Anderson heading for second. It's cut off by Merrifield. Now 2 men still in scoring position at the top of the 5th inning. And Montgomery couldn't get through it. The Royals get a lead, and not only lose the lead, but find themselves behind in the blink of an eye. The White Sox jump on them again as another Royals pitcher struggles to get outs against one of the lowest hitting teams in baseball right now. That's all changed in these last 3 games. Montgomery's still out there. He'll face Eloy Jimenez, who's 0-2. One more out will keep his team in it. Hopefully Matheny won't stick with them much longer, but a base hit would be devastating. Grounded foul to the left side for strike 1. Ball 1 strike. Pitch to Jimenez. Low for ball 2. He has an open base at first. Make a force anywhere. Two on pitch. In there for strike 2. Montgomery 1 strike away from ending this inning now. The Royals need another run. Hopefully 1 more is all they'll need to tie the game at the end of this inning. Montgomery needs to throw 1 more good pitch. 2-2 to Jimenez. Grounds it. Dozier has it. Throw to first. In time. The Royals are now playing behind yet again, but it's only by 1 run. Hopefully the White Sox are held there. The Royals go to work on offense. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's incredible how quickly things can change in this game. Coming into this series, the White Sox, statistically, were one of the worst hitting teams in baseball. Now they're putting up numbers that could beat any team in baseball. And the Royals are facing the hottest streak the White Sox have been on all year. Now, luckily, only 2 runs were given up in the top of the inning. It leaves the Royals 1 run behind. Bubba Starling will lead off the 5th. He walked his first time up.
Center fielder, Bubba Starling.
Pitch misses inside for ball 1. So he starts out ahead in the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Rodon. Chop foul. And the Royals, once again, scratched and clawed for a single run. And then just have to settle with the 1, and now they're behind. Strike 2. Starling now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Royals' leads haven't lasted long in this series. They've scored first in every single game. Misses for ball 2. That time the lead didn't even last a half inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Starling. Takes this out to shallow right. Mendick will back up, and he'll make the catch. Out number 1. Whit Merrifield will come to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 today. Still looking to extend his hitting streak. He's flown out twice. Right now, in the 5th inning, Minnesota leading Toronto 4-3. This is taken out to right. Mazzara going out to get it. He'll make the catch for a quick out number 2. That'll bring up Alberto Mondesi. 2 outs, nobody on. And the Royals, in an inning where they really needed to respond, are about to go down 1-2-3, and Mondesi can't get a hit here. First pitch to him. In there for strike 1. Mondesi 0 for 2 today. The 1 pitch to him. In there for strike 2, and he's already down. Watching a couple pitches go by. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pitch on the border. It's called a ball, keeping Mondesi out there. His next pitch for Rodon will be 72, so fairly high. 1-2 pitch. Chop foul. And as long as Mondesi can keep this at bat going, it helps tire out Rodon as much as they can. The Royals desperately need another run. The 1-2 pitch. Ball 2. And you never know what the White Sox are going to do in the 6th. They might go down 1-2-3. They might put a 10 spot on the Royals. They need to get what they can while they still can. The 2-2 pitch. Pulls it to the left side, but it's foul on the ground. The White Sox are one of the most unpredictable teams in baseball at the moment. 2-2 to Mondesi. Takes this out to left field. Jimenez going back. And he'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rodon in the bottom of the 5th. We'll move to the 6th now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Royals.
Mike Matheny going with Kevin McCarthy. This will be his 5th appearance. He's pitched 4 1/3 inning with a 6.23 ERA. So not one of the better pitchers coming out of the Royals bullpen, but he knows what he saw yesterday. He's going with a guy they didn't see. Abreu takes the first pitch he throws out to right. Solero is there, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
So one of the tougher parts of McCarthy's job in this inning is over. Getting the leadoff man gone, and here's Edwin Encarnacion, Kennedy, and Barlow going to work in the bullpen now. First pitch to him. Changeup in there low for strike 1. Encarnacion is 4 for 7 against McCarthy in his career. Misses for ball 1. McCarthy was having such a bad year last year, it seems like anyone who faced him would have good numbers against him. He's shown a little bit of improvement this year, but definitely not one of the top pitchers out of the Royals bullpen so far. 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses inside for ball 2, and there you see Kennedy and Barlow warming up. Barlow only doing warm-up tosses while Kennedy starting his pitches. This is the second batter McCarthy has faced today. The 2-1. Misses low for ball 3, and now is not the time to lose your command on your pitches. Royals down by 1 run. They've had only 1 opportunity to come back from it so far. And he walks Encarnacion. And with the way the White Sox have been, that's big trouble.
Now batting. Catcher.
That'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. He doubled his last time up. So McCarthy will go from the stretch now. Encarnacion doesn't have much speed over there at first. Strike 1 to Grandal.
0-1's the count.
McCarthy ahead of Grandal now. The 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball 1. The White Sox have been incredible in this series at bringing in runners who are on base. This is flown out deep to left. Gordon going back to get it. Makes the catch for out number 2. McCarthy 1 out away. As good as the White Sox have been at bringing in runners, it seems like the only way you can stop them from scoring is by letting nobody on base. Here's Nomar Mazara, who's 0 for 2. McCarthy looking to strand Encarnacion. Changeup misses for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Mazara ahead of McCarthy here in this at bat. Danny Mendick on deck, so a very dangerous hitter after Mazara. So he probably hopes to get him out. And Matheny might put him out to face Mendick to start the next inning. Round into Merrifield at second. He'll go to second. And there's out number 3. So a fairly quiet inning for McCarthy here in the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Alex Gordon is 0 for 2 today. He will lead off the bottom of the 6th. Carlos Rodon still out there. The Royals still need a run. 0-1 pitch. Right down the middle for strike one, and Gordon watched it go by, and he's down in the count. He's got Soler and Dozier, who both got shingles their last time up, hitting after him. So it'd be really big for the Royals if he could get on base. Well, balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch to Gordon. Another pitch he probably should have swung at. He held up his bat, and it's called strike 2. 0-2 pitch to Gordon. Slider misses way outside for ball 1. Lefty on lefty here to start the inning. The 1-2 pitch to Gordon. Another slider missing way outside for ball 2. Trying to fool Gordon with that pitch, and he hasn't been so far. 2-2 now. Fastball misses low and outside, and the count runs full, so Gordon's able to go from 0-2 to 3-2. Still not swinging in this at-bat so far. Jorge Soler is on deck. Making Rodon pitch in this at-bat. Payoff pitch. Grounded. Anderson is able to glove it over at short. Throw to first is in time, but Abreu pulled off the bag by Tim Anderson, and there's nothing people love to see here at Kauffman more than watching Tim Anderson make a mistake. And thanks to that throwing error, the tying run is on for the Royals, and here come the power bats. Anderson really took his time with the throw, too. Maybe his grip wasn't very good. And here's Soler, who's 1 for 2, representing the go-ahead run. And I say Soler's due for a home run, but this entire team is due for a home run. First pitch to Soler. Change-up inside part of the plate, called strike. Chase Fry and Kelvin Herrera warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Man on first, nobody out for the Royals. They were just given an opportunity to score. Let's see what they can do with it. The 0-1 pitch to Soler. This is high for ball 1. And if I saw that right, Rodon is indeed breaking a sweat. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jorge Soler. Takes his pitch deep to left. Jimenez going back. He's at the wall, takes a few steps in front of it, and there's out number 1. Gordon has to retreat back to first. Soler just missed it. It was very high in the zone. He usually likes pitches there, and he almost took it over the wall. That'll bring up Hunter Dozier. 1 man on and 1 out. Dozier, like Soler, also singled in the 4th inning. First pitch to him. In there for strike 1. Rodon starts ahead of another batter, unwilling to swing the bat on the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Dozier. Misses high and in for ball 1. 1-1 now to Dozier. Misses low for ball 2. The changeup dropped a little bit too much for Rodon. Dozier heading the count now. The 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses at what would have been ball 3. A fastball way too high in the zone. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2 pitch. Swings and misses at what would have been ball 4. Rodon now has 4 today, and the Royals really blowing an opportunity they were handed to tie this game up. That'll bring up Salvador Perez. No balls and 2 strikes.
Ball 1.
First pitch misses low for ball 1. Perez 0 for 2. He has 2 hits in the series. A 1-0 pitch. Perez hitting it deep to left, but it's tailing foul. And it is foul for strike 1. Hit it hard, he was just out in front of it. A 1-1 pitch. Chop foul to the right side for strike 2. His next pitch will be 93 for Rodon. A 1-2 to Perez. Takes this one the other way to right. Bizarra going out to get it. And he can't get it. And here's Garcia. Gordon doesn't have the speed to make it home. And there's men on second and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. That is ruled a double for Salvador Perez. Mazzara misplayed that ball. So there's 2 gifts for the Royals in this inning. Garcia got to it quickly, and Gordon couldn't score. But they have a second chance. Michael Franco at the plate. He singled and brought home the first run of the game. And Rick Renteria, not going to mess with him, puts him on. He'd rather send Rodon out to face the lefty Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn is 0 for 2 today. He struck out and grounded out. And he has a chance to be a big hero for the Royals. But the Royals have really struggled with this in this series. First pitch is taken out to left foul. Royals have had a lot of trouble bringing in runs. It's the reason they lost the first game of the series. A 1 pitch to O'Hearn. Swings and misses, and that's another reason why you can't miss pitches like that. It was right there for him. He got underneath it and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. O'Hearn doesn't hit very well against lefties. 0-2 to him now. Slider missed outside for ball 1. Good take by O'Hearn there, keeping him alive out there. 1-2. Takes this to left, also foul. Another good pitch for him to hit. He fouled it off to stay alive at least. We'll see another one here. And he swung before that pitch was even out of his hand. And another great opportunity for the Royals to score is gone. We'll go to the 7th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Royals. Number 42.
Ian Kennedy will come into the game, his 10th. He had a bad day yesterday, just like everybody else. He's pitched 9 2/3 innings with a 2.79 ERA. And here's Danny Mendick leading off the inning. The Royals were able to load the bases last inning and couldn't do anything with it. They were given 2 gifts by defensive mistakes on the White Sox part. Mendick tries to bunt. He does get a piece of it. Perez picks it up, throws to first. And indeed, you can get Danny Mendick out more than once in a game. Leadoff man is gone for the White Sox here in the top of the 7th. Leury Garcia will bat next. So it's back to the top for the White Sox. Holland and Barlow currently warming up in the Royals bullpen as Kennedy prepares to go to work against the top of the White Sox lineup. Garcia is 2 for 3 today. He already has 1 out. He just has to figure out how to get 2 more without giving up a run. First pitch to Garcia is a strike. And to make matters better for Kennedy, Garcia, after 13 at-bats, has never had a hit against Kennedy. Of course, this has been a series for first. Mendick's first home run, Zach Wheeler's first hit. So, we'll see if the White Sox can achieve that trend, or if Kennedy can keep the trend of getting Garcia out. The 1-1 pitch. Rounded, Mondesi trying to get to it. He will get to it. Throw to first is in time. 2 outs in the 7th inning now. That'll bring up Yohan Moncada. 2 outs, nobody on. Kennedy getting 2 outs on 4 pitches. First pitch to Moncada, he's 1 for 3.
That's a ball.
Knuckle curve, lost control of it, bounces off of Perez's knee for ball 1. Minnesota still leading in Toronto 4-3. So now the Royals really need the win because it looks like the Twins could win their game. The 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Two-0 pitch now. In there for strike 1. So he is able to get on the board against Moncada when it comes to strikes. The 2-1 pitch. Pulls it to right, and it's foul for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kennedy from the windup. Fouls it to the left side. Still 2-2. Kennedy looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. Perez wants this next one low. Popped up. More like flown up. To right center. There's Starling. It is the 1-2-3 inning in the 7th for Ian Kennedy. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for
Kelvin Herrera will come in for only his 3rd game of the season. He has a 13.50 ERA in 1 1/3 innings pitched. So not good numbers for him. He will face Bubba Starling, Merrifield, and Mondesi. He gave up a hit to O'Hearn the last time he pitched against the Royals. And he got the loss for that game as well. First pitch to Starling is in there for strike 1. And the Royals need a base runner here. They got the leadoff man on last inning and left him stranded at 3rd with 2 other runners. Fastball in there for strike 2. Starling, out wanting to swing against Herrera, is now down in the count. 0-2 pitch. And he fouls it off. The count is still 0-2. So the Royals hoping they can get the same result on Herrera they did last time they saw him, and they really need it right now. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Starling. Slider misses for ball 1. One-two pitch. Swings and misses, and Starling is down and out. Herrera gets the leadoff man gone. That'll bring up Whit Merrifield. Merrifield is 0 for 3 today, so his hitting streak is in jeopardy here late in the game. He steps to the plate against Kelvin Herrera. These guys are former teammates. Starling was never on the same team as Herrera, but Merrifield was, along with Adalberto Mondesi and Alex Gordon. Merrifield takes this to right field, and it's down for a base hit. It'll roll up against the wall in the corner there. Merrifield heading for second. Bizarro picks it up, and Merrifield will stop at second. A 1-out double, and a man in scoring position for the Royals. That also extends Merrifield's hitting streak to 15 games. He's done a great job of taking it the other way. He does it again there. And again, they have an opportunity to tie the game here. Adalberto Mondesi is also 0 for 3 today. He will bat left-handed for the first time tonight. And talk about needing a hit. The Royals need one of these next 2 guys to score a single, at the very least. Tying run on scoring position. First pitch misses for ball 1. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and Herrera not happy with the call. And if you're watching the radar gun, Herrera clearly doesn't have the cannon for an arm he used to when he was in Kansas City. He used to throw over 100 regularly. The 1-0 pitch to Mondesi. And the umpire saying he went for strike 1. Mondesi tried to hold up his bat. It didn't work, and the count is even. 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses underneath that 2-seam fastball for strike 2. Another ugly swing by Mondesi. We've seen a lot of those from him this year. He's been doing better in this series. Now we need him to come through here. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Mondesi, of course, on the same team as Herrera, the World Series team. Him and Gordon. 1-2 pitch. Mondesi takes this one out to left field. Jimenez takes a few steps back to get it, and there's out number 2. Good contact, but an out. And Merrifield isn't even moved over. So now it all comes down to Alex Gordon against Kelvin Herrera, and these guys are on the same team for a long time. It looks like Renteria doesn't want to take that risk. Here's Jace Fry to face the lefty. This will be his 5th appearance. He pitched 4 2/3 innings. His ERA is at 3.86. So the lefty will face the lefty Gordon. Gordon is 0 for 3 today. Again, the Royals need a hit. Their last chance in the inning. Alex Gordon. First pitch to him. Misses for ball 1. Gordon's done a great job this year with runners in scoring position of .529 average. 1-0 pitch to him. Tries to take it the other way, and it's foul for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch to Gordon. Misses for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike to Gordon now. He's ahead of Jace Fry. Merrifield has good speed. You don't need a gap shot to bring him in. The 2-1 pitch. Tries to take it the other way again, and is fouled again for strike 2. Gordon down to his last strike. The Royals with their backs against the wall again. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off of Grandal. Still 2-2. This pitch is in the dirt. Grandal blocks it for ball 3. Merrifield not able to move to third because of the Grandal block. He'll throw it to second anyway, and Merrifield stays there. A payoff pitch. Pulls it to right, and it's foul. If he walks, that will bring up Jorge Soler, who has much better numbers against lefties than Alex Gordon. Another 3-2. Lined into right for a base hit. Mendick can't glove it. Merrifield being waned home by Wilson. Here's the throw to the plate. Merrifield is safe, and the game is tied. Alex Gordon pumped up. His team has new life as he pulls that one on the ground into right. Mendick can't glove it. Mazzara can't throw out Merrifield. And that is the spark the Royals have been looking for the past 3 days. Ever since they left Toronto, everyone thought it didn't make it through customs. It's finally arrived. Two-seam fastball misses inside for ball 1. And now the really tough job will start. They have to keep them there. 1 ball, no strikes to Soler. Here's the pitch. Tries to take it the other way to right, and it's foul for strike 1. Soler already has a hit today. Still looking for that 7th home run to put himself in the top tier in the American League right now. And he swings at that two-seam fastball outside for strike 2. Tried to hold up his bat. The umpire said he didn't. No one appealed. Looked like the right call. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to Anderson at short. Throw to second is in time, so they can't do anything more than tie it, but that is huge in this point in the game. We move on to the 8th inning now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Mike Matheny will call in his setup man. Now that the game is tied, it's a brand new ball game in the 8th inning. Holland making his 6th appearance of the year, a 1.93 ERA. And he's facing the heart of the White Sox order, the dangerous heart. Tim Anderson, who's 2 for 3 today, will lead off the inning. First pitch misses for ball 1. It's important to get the leadoff man, especially when that leadoff man is Tim Anderson. He'll face Jimenez and then Abreu after him. Sliders in the dirt for ball 2. So already he's behind Anderson. Not a good start to the inning. The Royals can set the tone really early, but they have to locate. The 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle, and Anderson can only pop it straight up. It's in fair territory, but Perez is underneath it for out number 1. Holland throws 3 pitches and gets a tough batter out. 1 down, 2 to go. The job is still tough, but getting the leadoff man and a dangerous hitter like Anderson out is a big first step. Here's Eloy Jimenez, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch to him. Chopper on the ground, back to Holland, good play, throw to first is in time. You can feel the energy in Kaufman and on the field right now for the Royals.
The first baseman.
Here's Jose Abreu 0 for 3 today. Holland looking for a 1-2-3 inning after his team was able to tie it. First pitch to Abreu. Just high. The slider didn't drop like he wanted it to. It actually rose more than you would expect. Ball 1 to Abreu. And Holland has a habit of putting the slider in the dirt. We've seen it this inning already. The 1-0 pitch. That fastball goes into the dirt for ball 2. Now that he has 2 men down and nobody on, he has some mistakes to make as long as that mistake doesn't involve giving up a home run. He's behind Abreu right now. We'll see how he handles it. 2-0 pitch. And Abreu way early at that slider. There's strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Abreu. Slider misses low. And another one that dropped too much for Holland. And 3 balls and 1 strike. Edwin Encarnacion on deck. Another dangerous hitter. And he'll walk Abreu, and he'll have to face Encarnacion. So you never want to walk a guy, but he still only has 1 out to get. He has a slow runner on first base. But Encarnacion has great power. He's walked twice today. He homered last night. First pitch to him. Swings and misses, and that's the slider Holland's been trying to get somebody to swing at all night so far. He spotted it where he wanted it to, and he fooled Encarnacion. No balls and 1 strike to him. 0-1 pitch. And that slider was way too far in the dirt for ball 1. Some things never change, and that hard-dropping slider is one of the things that hasn't changed in Holland after all these years. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded fast to O'Hearn, and he'll make the catch. Out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Game is tied. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Chicago.
Michael Kopech will come into the game now for the White Sox. The Royals are now not pressed for time. If they don't score in the next 2 innings, we'll just go to extras as long as the White Sox don't score. So the Royals can try to manufacture one and get a win out of this series. Hunter Dozier will lead off the inning. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch by Kopech. Dozier tries to take it the other way, and he fouls it off for strike 1. It was high in the zone where he likes it. Couldn't get a good enough piece of it to get a base hit. But he did go for it. That was good to see. The 0-1 pitch now. Slider misses for ball 1. That evens the count. Could be in for a show tonight. It'll be an exciting one. 1-1 pitch. Dozier takes this into right. It's tailing foul. Mazzara coming in, trying to get it. Another diving catch by Mazzara, and there's out number 1. The White Sox probably didn't realize how much they missed him, as well as Adam Engel was doing, but now looking at his defense, they realize how much they need him. That'll bring up Salvador Perez. He's 1 for 3 today. He doubled in the 6th inning. He doubled off a misplay by Mazzara. It wasn't counted as an error. He was too far in on the ball, and he couldn't field it. well early on that changeup. Steve Cechek and Jimmy Cordero warming up in the bullpen for the White Sox. The 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball one. Slider got a little too far outside. Minnesota killing Toronto now 8-3. The Royals really need a win. Half swing at that changeup for strike two. Perez went. Would have been ball two. The 1-2 pitch now. Slider way too far outside for ball two. That evens the count again. Two balls and two strike. Grandal wanting this next one low. And Perez takes it deep to left field. It is going back, and it is gone. Salvador Perez has given the Royals the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, his 3rd home run of the season. And is there a better guy on this team to do that than Salvador Perez right now? His biggest home run of the year, perhaps. And what a turn of events that is for the Royals. And talk about the spark, it might very well be back. It's really showing up here. It went 409 feet into the White Sox bullpen. And now a 3-2 Royals lead, and they have 3 defensive outs to go. Here's Maikel Franco, who's 1 for 2 today. Slider misses low for ball one. That'll mean Michael Kopech would be saddled with the loss if Rosenthal is able to get the shave. Grandal on this next one high. The 1-0 pitch. Misses inside for ball two. Kopech maybe trying to recompose himself a bit. But the way the White Sox have hit, the game is not over yet. But as good as Rosenthal's been, momentum and confidence are definitely on the Royals' side now. 3 balls, no strikes to Franco. Misses low for ball four, and Franco walks with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn.
The batter, number 42.
Franco finds himself on base. Ryan O'Hearn is 0 for 3 today. Now Aaron Bummer and Jimmy Cordero warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Rick Renteria has asked the closer, Cechek, to go back to resting. Pitch misses outside for ball one. Kopech struggling with his command after that home run. Here's the 1-0 pitch to O'Hearn. Fastball way too high, misses for ball two. He throws it 100, but it doesn't do much good if you can't locate your pitches. Two balls and no strikes. Kopech comes set. Shook off Grandal for a second there. Now the 2-0 pitch. Finally gets one in there for strike one. Now that O'Hearn's seen one, he'll will start swinging. Bubba Starling on deck. Two 2-1 pitch. Way inside for ball three. And if O'Hearn gets on and Starling doesn't hit do a double play, that would be back to the top for the Royals. It's always nice to get some insurance, especially against the White Sox the way they've been hitting recently. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch to O'Hearn. Chops it foul, and that runs the count full. Payoff pitch to O'Hearn. Swings and misses, would have been ball 4. But he is gone, and that's out number 2. O'Hearn not 0 for 4 today. Bubba Starling will come to the plate. And we'll see if he can extend this inning at all. First pitch to Starling. In there for strike one. Starling has a 4-game hitting streak in the games he has played in. He's over 2 today. So this is likely his last chance to extend it. 0-1 pitch. Slider misses low for ball 1. Starling was able to hold up his bat there. One ball and 1 strike now. Bronco still at first. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off for strike 2. So Starling behind in the count now. Kopech 1 strike away from getting through this inning, only giving up that 1 run. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3. But Salvador Perez has given the Royals the lead going into the 9th. Let's see if the Royals can pull this out. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Royals, number 40.
Trevor Rosenthal will come into his 10th game of the season. And the Royals need him at his best. He will face Grandal, followed by Mazzara and Mendick. So the bottom of the order has been far from easy in this series. And that half swing, apparently Grandal held up, and there's ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Swings and misses with that circle change for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch to Grandal. Misses inside for ball 2. Sal Rosenthal behind to the count. He hasn't thrown one in the zone yet. That's in the zone, strike 2. Slider dropped in there exactly where he wanted it to go. Rosenthal has been the unshakable closer for the Royals in the past several weeks. Perez wanting this next one high, the 2-2 pitch. Misses well high in the zone and the count runs full. Don't want to put the tying run on base to lead off an inning. Payoff pitch to Grandal. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The leadoff man is gone. Rosenthal has a strikeout. Ran the count full, didn't let it affect him. Threw his pitch, fooled Grandal. Now the first man is out here in the top of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Nomar Mazzara, 0 for 3 today. Strike 1. Rosenthal starting off ahead in the count. Twins still leading 8-3 in Toronto. The 0-1 pitch. Chop foul to the right side, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch to Mazzara. Oh, on the border there. Called a ball. Could have been called a strike. It could honestly go either way. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Rosenthal gets the first too many bases out on strikeouts. The Royals are 1 out away from pulling this one out. Danny Mendick has been a tough out for just about every Royals pitcher this series, but he hasn't faced Trevor Rosenthal yet in this series. He's 1 for 3 today. Rosenthal rolling right now. He has a tough out here. Mendick takes the first pitch out to deep left field. Gordon jogging out, making the catch for out number 3. The Royals take the last game of this 3-game series, then avoiding the sweep. Greg Holland will end up with a win. Salvador Perez hits the game-winning home run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Rosenthal gets another save. What a game. This copyrighted telecast is presented on authority of the Kansas City Royals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals Baseball Corporation. Our final line score, the White Sox scored 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Royals scored 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Howland gets the win. Kopech gets the loss. Rosenthal gets the save. We'll leave you with the highlights of this game. You've been listening to the Royals Radio Network.
3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the White Sox, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.